Hey. It is Filter Free Friday, y'all. Listen, I am so glad y'all here. Twice in 1 month, the first week of August, on August 5th, and then again this week, I am being challenged to live up to the things that I say I value, not the least of which is one of them is empathy. And unless you're new here, you know that I am trying to launch an empathy revolution, believing that my lovely city, Kansas City, as the heart of the nation, can be the spark of empathy throughout the rest of the country. And the first week of August, there was the entire brawl on the dock in Alabama. And baby, you talking about somebody wanted to tell some jokes about some chairs. Honey, it took everything in me not to go to Walmart and grab me a chair and do me some reels and give me some chair earrings or maybe a chair brooch or something. Because, under the heart of that, I know that ultimately what I was excited for was that an individual person was being attacked and regular citizens, instead of just recording, went to that person's aid and no one died. And the police acted fairly, I think. And the perpetrators were the ones who were arrested. And I was just excited. And I've shared that one of my other values is humor. And sometimes I can tell jokes that oftentimes are taken ways that I don't intend them to be. So the first week of August, I didn't do nothing with that dang chair. And now this week, I want to do something about this mugshot. I want to do something about this mugshot because this is liquid gold for a comedian. And I'm on this empathy journey, and I try to hold myself accountable to the things I say, even if I can't hold people accountable to the things they say. I try to be real clear about the things I say. And so with that, I always have to just say, okay, what's under that? Why do I want to tell that joke? And I think part of it is because I have been the person to fight the bully. I have been that person. And something about retaliation is this thing that I have to work against. Like, I think it's different for someone to have a consequence for something than for people to retaliate. But I'm just being honest and open and vulnerable with you all here to just say this empathy thing is not easy. It is not easy for somebody like me who's trying to get more people to be empathetic. It's not easy in general. It's just not easy. And we still got to try. And so, Elon Musk recently was saying that he had completely given up on the idea of being liked because likability pretty much doesn't help you be successful. And I think part of the reason why I value humor so much is because it gets me lots and lots of friends. And I think that there's something to be said. Fortune magazine reached out to me and they wanted to know what I thought about likability and if we still need to try to be likable. And I know that folks always kind of contrast likability, niceness, kindness together. And I will say, I want you to think about the people that you appreciate, you follow, you support, you want to work with them, maybe even for them. And I invite you to kind of think about what are the traits that those people have. And when you consider the traits that those people have and you write them down, yeah, maybe they are vindictive. Maybe they'll tell a little sly joke here or there to get back at somebody. But by and large, the things that people tend to say is, um, they were fair. They're good listeners. They were caring, respectful. People say empathetic. They held people accountable, had a standard. Sometimes smart makes the list, but usually not super high up there. Now, do people have characteristics that are like, yeah, they might be a little petty? Yeah, they might be a little particular, a little hard to deal with. Yes, but those tend not to be the reasons why we really want to work with and for somebody. So why do I bring that up? Because when Fortune asked me, is likability still important? That's the measure for which I put these things up against. Um, are you fair? Are you equitable? Are you a just person? Because too often people believe that because you're welcoming and nice, that somehow that means you are just and fair. And those two things have absolutely nothing to do with each other. One time I worked for an organization who, when we would go out to breakfast together, we would listen to me, go to a sundown town. So first of all, I shouldn't be in that town after night, but with breakfast, so whatever. When we would get into the restaurant, the waitress wouldn't even take my order, wouldn't even say nothing to me. And but she can take everybody else's order and talk to everybody else. Now, the first time that happens, I'm not gonna lose it, because folk don't bother me like they bother other people. Like I just don't. I'm not unbothered, but you you a waitress at a restaurant in a sundown town. Listen, you got some stuff that's probably happened to you, and I can empathize with that. And here I am with my little brown self racializing your space. I can understand how you get to this point where you ain't trying to help me. You see, because nice would just push through and help me anyway, and then maybe do something to my food. So I get it. My issue ain't even with her. My issue is with my colleagues, though, who wanted me to continually go to this place. So the first time, maybe you didn't know that that's how I was going to be treated, because that's not how you were treated when you get there. But we ain't going there no second time, no third time. Or you can go, I ain't going. And see, for me, that is the difference between shucking and jiving. Like, to me, shucking and jiving is like, yeah, sure, let's go and let's tell jokes about the waitress who, got her little bigoted approaches. But when you think about what does it look like to be an empathetic person, a likable leader, you are the one who is like, okay, we don't gonna go there anymore. Or maybe you say something to the waitress because that's just, that's fair, that's, empathetic. Like, what would you want to happen? And I think too often we get these things mixed up. And so sometimes, even me, for the spirit of getting a like, I want to tell some jokes about some chairs. Now, I watched every single last one of the chair memes that got sent to me, every chair video that got sent to me. I was cracking up at all the chair videos. Okay. Lift every chair and sing is hilarious to me. But what does it look like if I am the one who's trying to launch an empathy revolution and I am the one who's saying we have to understand the lived experiences of other people and we have to act accordingly once we understand those experiences? I mean, the lady we got hit with a chair, she did a whole bunch of things before she got hit with a chair. But what does it look like when I am making jokes about that? I have to think about that and what that does to the branding message. I will also say that I was looking forward to a particular mugshot coming out this week because I felt like absolutely from 2016 until 2020 that I was constantly under attack as a person, my work, my race, people I love, like immigrant communities, poor people. I felt like it was just 4 years of just constant attack if you follow politics. So I was looking for, like, I'm just being honest with you. I was looking forward to that mugshot coming out. But then I couldn't do nothing with it. And here's why. Do I think people should be held accountable? Absolutely. Do I think when you commit the number of, 91 counts on an indictment and it's your fourth indictment, do I think you should be held accountable? Absolutely. But just like I have a whole problem with people telling jokes about folks going to jail and dropping the soap, listen, being sent to jail don't mean that I now have become a supporter of rape culture. Like, no, excuse me, go to jail, be confined, all the things. But I'm not, I think that the guard should be able to protect you from being raped. Like, what the heck is that? Like, that's ridiculous. In the same vein, though, I would be hypocritical if I said, dang, if I did something that ended up I had to go downtown, had to get arrested, and I got to get my little fingerprints then they gotta take my picture. All I can hope is I look as good as Kim Kardashian. When didn't I think she get arrested and she was like smiling, looking great? I think so. I don't remember. But would I want all of the media attention making fun of me? And the answer to that question is no. And see, me putting myself in the shoes of the person, even if criminal, is empathy. It's not shucking and jiving. It's not nice. It's not kindness. It's not forgiveness even. If the man, look, I hope that case airtight, and I hope ain't no loophole, because I don't want another 4 years of that foolishness I had to deal with. This is me, what I had to deal with from 2016 to 2020. I don't want no more of that. I think it's bad for us as a country. I think it's bad for us as people. And I don't want to be made fun of. Is being made fun of part of the consequence? And I think the answer is no. And that's really hard for me to say because I want to tell jokes. Can I just tell one? Can I just tell one joke? Can y'all give me, like, I don't know. Are y'all here? Can I tell? Like, I just want to tell one joke. Maybe I can position it as a question. How is it? Okay, I got one yes. I got one yes. I got 3 yeses. Okay. One yes. I got one yes. Okay. How is it that when asked to describe your hair color on official government documents, that the word strawberry makes the list? Oh my God. When I saw strawberry, all y'all was focused on was weight and height and all of that foolishness. I'm like, strawberry? President Donald John Trump, if you don't quit it with that strawberry hair, that's the only joke I'm going to tell, because I'm an empathy revolutionary, and empathy is not the enemy of accountability. However, if I am going to lean into what would I want to happen if it were me and my mugshot was all over the TV, I don't want nobody talking about me. Send me to jail. But do I have to have further embarrassment because y'all talking about my weight? I finally did update my weight on my driver's license, y'all, by the way. It's accurate. So people can look shocked when they see the number, and that makes me feel good. Anyway, here's what I want to leave you with, sugars. When we are talking about being welcoming, when we're talking about being nice and kind, you're never going to have me say that those are not qualities that we should employ. We should absolutely be kind. We should be nice. We should be welcoming. But it is worse to be inequitable and unjust and unfair and indifferent and lack empathy, even if you smile while you do it. It's Filter Free Friday, y'all. We got work to do.